Hello everyone, today we are going to go through Sherlock and Array, which is a problem under search section of algorithm HackerRank. So without wasting time, let us have a look on the problem statement. So in this problem statement, we are supposed to find out if a given array can be split into two sub-array with equal sum. What does that mean? That means given an array like this of integer, is it possible to find in the array an element that actually split the array into two sub-array in such a way that the sum of each of the sub-array, the sum of the both sub-array generated are actually equal? So this is an example. Given this array, the element 8 can be used to split the array into two sub-array, with the first sub-array consisting of 5 and 6, which result in a sum of 11, and the second sub-array consisting of just 11 will result in a sum of 11. Now, since we have an element that can help us to split the array into two sub-array, we are going to return yes. If there is no such element into the array, we are going to return no. Let us take another example for us to understand more of what we are going to implement. So let us take this one for instance. We can see that with this one, the answer is yes. Why is it yes? Because in this array, we can have an element, this element, which actually can be used to split this array into two sub-array. The first sub-array consisting of just 1 and 2 with a sum of 3, and the second sub-array consisting of 3, just 3, with a sum of 3. So now, given that we are aware of what we are supposed to do, what would be our approach of solving this? So the approach we can use is that we can create two integer. So we can create two integer, left sum and right sum. So let me just type it down so we know where we are going. So we can create, better to do it this way, we can create a left sum and a right sum. The right sum should be the sum of the element of the array. Now that we have those elements, now we can look through the array element. And for each of the element, we are going to check. So for each of the element, we are going to reduce the element from the right sum, and then we are going to increment the element to the left sum. Make sense? So for each of the element, that means, okay, if I'm on this element, I'm going to remove this element from the right sum, and I'm going to increment the element to the left sum. Did you find that there's an issue here? So it's not actually the element we are going to increment to the right sum, but the element before it. So increment the element minus 1 to the element minus 1 to the left sum. That means if I'm at position, let's say I have this one for instance, right? I will start, the sum of all of the elements of the array is actually 1 plus 2, which is 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9. So the right sum, so for this one, the right sum will be actually 9, and then the left sum will be actually 0. When I'll be at position 1, the left sum should be actually 8, and then the right sum should be still 0 because there is like no element before 1, right? When I'll be at position 2, the right sum now should be now 6 because it's 8 minus 2, and this one should be 1 because I should add the element before the index where I am, right? When I'll be at position 3, this one will now be 6 minus 3, which is actually 3. And then this one will be 1 plus 2, which is actually 3. and at this position we have left equal to right, saying so we return yes. So basically this is actually what we are going to implement. So for the implementation, like we said, we are first going to have the left and the right sum. So I'm going to have int left sum, which is equal to 0, right sum, which is equal to the accumulate of r.begin, r.end, and 0. I have my element. Now I need to loop through each of the elements. So I'm going to start from 0, and for each of the element I'm gonna say, okay, right sum will be decrement. I will remove the element at that position. And since I should not, in fact, let me just say left sum will now take, I should increment -1. Now you do agree with me that if I is equal to 0, I minus 1 doesn't exist, so I need to check here that if I is different from 0, then I do this. And then last thing I need to check now, if left sum equal to right sum, I need to return a yes, right? And then if at the end of the loop I find myself with no result, I need to return a no here, right? So this was my approach of solving this. Let us run and see what it gives. We have a congratulations, everything is green. So I hope you do enjoy it. Feel free to leave me a comment. Any feedback will be heavily, gladly appreciated. So see you on the next video. Ciao. Keep learning.